what was your inspiration for Ravka? Why did you choose to go that direction?
Well, basically, when I got to the world building part of this, I knew I didn't want to go the medieval Europe route. I mean, some of my favorite things. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. Everybody who follows me on Tumblr knows that. And I love a lot of those fantasies, but I wanted to take readers someplace different. I feel like people have done a really great job of that, and I wanted to go someplace new. And I wanted the time period that I was referencing to be different too. Again, medieval is usually the way fantasies lie, because there's this kind of idea of, once you bring a gun to a magic fight, things end very quickly for one or the other person. And I wanted a world where modern warfare, or the advent of modern warfare, was going to be an issue. I'm going to try to pick my dog up.
Okay, awesome.
Oh. Okay. No interest. And I think maybe the worst thing you can do, both in terms of creating a story and in terms of creating a compelling characters, is to try to create somebody aspirational, somebody where the message is more important than a character. With Alina, I wanted to create somebody who had spent her entire life being powerless. She's not just because of, her gender is a part of it, but more significantly, her class is a part of it. And this is a society in which class is sort of and this division between, the striations are very severe. I wanted that to be a major part of who she was, and a major part of her struggle to use her power. I love Buffy, but Buffy sort of takes the role of the chosen one, and she sort of embraces being, a badass almost immediately. And I wanted Alina to fight with that, because I think a lot of people spend their time, maybe too much of their time and their energy, sort of denying who they are and what kind of potential they have. So those were some of the motivating factors.
My question was covers. I'm addicted to covers, and how much input did you get to do for both books, actually? Did you get a say in it at all?
Yes and no. It was important to me that there be some element of the world present in the cover. I wanted us to give a signpost that this is not, this is not a medieval England fantasy type world. And I pushed pretty hard for that. But beyond that, I really had little say. And that's true for most first-time authors. Shadow and Bone was my first book, and we do not get a lot of say in what the covers will be. I feel like I really lucked out. I know some people like seeing the characters on the cover, but for me, I really love the fact that we don't get to see Alina on the cover, because I like people to be able to imagine her and the Darkling and Mal any which way they want. So, did you like the covers?
Yes, actually, I love the covers. I love the covers. I got lucky enough that I have this one that it's, see if I can find it here. Oh, it's signed.
Oh, yay! Oh, it's one of the Fierce Reads bookmarks. Excellent. I remember signing, they gave this to us and we had to sign all of them in a hotel room in Las Vegas. So
oh, yeah, I've got...
Nice. Very nice.
Love the bags.
First of all, do you have a preference? Are you Team Darkling, Team Mal? I think if we've read Siege and Storm, are you a Stormhund? What
people ask
team
me
are you
this
on?
all the time. This is one of the number one questions I get. I am not Team Darkling. I am not Team Mal. I am not Team Stormhund. I am not even Team Alina. I'm Team Story. And I have to be.
Okay.
When I'm writing a particular scene, I may be on that character's side, but or into that character in that moment. But you never know who you're gonna have to kill off, so you really can't afford to get too attached. I think that the Darkling appeals to us because he's kind of this archetype. He's basically based on every villain I was ever drawn to or attracted to, or who I felt didn't get his due. And I really see him less as a villain than as sort of an antagonist. But I love that people are into the character. I mean, the people who love the Darkling love the Darkling. The people who hate the Darkling hate the Darkling. And to me, it's exciting to have anybody that invested, whether they love him or they hate him. I will say the one creepy thing is when people are like, but he's doing it all for the greater good. And I'm like, wow, that's how dictators get elected and how cults start. There was something so satisfying about the way that people have responded to him. It's been very cool. And also because I feel like, when people are like, oh, I love the Darkling, I can feel like I can imagine Darkling being like, whatever. And I can see Sturmhond being like, yes, come to me, ladies, which is sort of a different kind of response. I had never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I had never seen Korra, and then when I did, I was like, son of a what the dang it, I was like, okay. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of those shows, and I know Mike and stuff, and even he said that he got a lot of the inspiration for the show from Full Metal Alchemist, and like these are sort of old ideas about magic and power, but I tried my best to keep them interesting and to sort of again, as the series progressed, I sort of had a chance to play with them. So yeah, I usually keep like a bag of broccoli or something by my computer to snack. And one time I like went out and I was like getting coffee, and I went to the coffee shop and and when I came home I realized I had broccoli in my hair. And I was like, I'm that lady. Like, it's happened. Like, I've become that crazy render lady. So yeah.
But you have dogs, not cats, so it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. And when it came to like the Sea Whip, that was like, it's one of those moments where, it's fun to be an author, and you're like, all right, what would be cool? An ice dragon would be awesome. Like I wanted there to be I wanted there to be an earth element, a fire element, a water element. I wanted there to be different parts of the climate that was sort of represented. I wanted things to be sort of largely mythical. And, the Firebird is a separate thing, that obviously is incredibly important to Russian and Slavic. I don't know what to do now. Oh my god! I know who this is. Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can, but I can only see this view.
I'm short.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm good. I feel like I know you from Tumblr, yeah?
Yeah. I pretty much have the same Twitter, Tumblr, and Gmail.
Okay. And I'm sort of surprised by that because the bulk of people reading books are women and so that's always surprising.
I'm the only one that lives here. Nobody's gonna judge me.
I'm
My cats don't care.
All these people are judging you. All the little
I'm
people
okay with
in the
that.
square are judging you. But I had this moment when I was writing book 3 where I was like, well, I'll take this one. I've had these outlined for like 3 years. So I was like, I could change all of this, and this could turn into a 10-book series. And I was like, should I do it? And then I was like, no. Because I honestly don't want to live with those characters for 10 years. Like, I wanted the trilogy to be what it was. But that world is very broad, and I want to explore it more, and I hope that I will be able to tell you more about that in the future. I love when people write fanfic and they create fan art, and when whatever they do in that way, because essentially they're creating these alternate universes and these bonus materials that I can't do. Especially the racy stuff. So but I love it. It's like the heart of fandom, and like I don't know. I'm really happy that stuff exists.
My real question is, if you had a theme song when you walk into a room, what would it be?
Oh my god. Okay. I'm only saying this because this came on the radio like as I was driving home. I'm going with Back in Black by AC/DC. Also because I kind of feel like that would be the Darkling's theme song. So no, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I will tell you, this was sort of weird. Speaking of AC/DC, so I've been debating like this one character that I'm working this new project, and his theme song, pretty sure, is AC too. I'm trapped in some kind of weird like 1982 time warp, I think. I have the Decatur Book Festival this coming weekend. I will be doing a Fierce Reads panel, and I'll also be doing a blogger panel. I am also going to be doing the Bookmarks Festival in North Carolina. And soon we're going to be announcing the Fierce Raids tour dates for fall, and we're going some different places this time. But anytime you want to see, I update my events regularly on my website. It's leighbardugo.com, and you can just click on News and Events. And yeah, and I love it when people come out. And if you come out and you say, I was in the Wikia chat, like, introduce yourself. Don't be like later, be like, oh, yeah, Leighh Bardugo. So I hope I get to meet some of you guys.